So if your YouTube channel calls itself Campfire Guitar Hero and it decides to do a list of the top 10 greatest campfire songs of all time, those songs had better be worthy. So today I'm firstly going to explain my criteria for what makes a great campfire song, and then I'm going to introduce and show you how to play song number 10. My experience with campfire guitar sing-alongs is that the best songs all exhibit these same attributes. Everyone needs to at least know the chorus, and if they don't know the chorus, it's so simple that they can pick it up and sing along straight away. An example of that would be Bob Dylan's Knockin' on Heaven's Door. You can quickly pick up that chorus straight away. And it can't take too long to get to the chorus, and that's why on this list you won't hear songs like Piano Man or Don't Stop Believin'. And it needs to span all generations, from teenagers to millennials to the grey-heads like me. It's got to be a song that many of us are at least vaguely familiar with. An example of that is Bob Marley's Three Little Birds, which I did a full lesson on up there, but trust me, all generations know that song. And my other criteria for this specific list is I don't want these songs to be country specific, and what I mean by that is songs that are huge in, say, America, mostly America. Don't Stop Believin' is one of those songs. Whereas in Australia, a great campfire sing-along song is Throw Your Arms Around Me by the Hunters and Collectors, but it's not universally that well known elsewhere. And of course, for the guitar players like us, the song's got to be pretty easy to play. And that's why my favourite campfire guitar song of all time, We Are the Champions, doesn't make this list because it's really hard to remember how to play. There are 12 chords in that song. Now I'll leave a link up there because I've actually done a full lesson on that particular song. So at the end of the day, crowd participation is the key. It's not about the guitarist, it's about everyone who wants to sing along. So with that said, let's commence the countdown of the top 10 greatest campfire songs of all time. So I feel it is completely appropriate to include this song in my top 10 because it is truly synonymous with campfire guitar. This song is the original GANSTA, the big daddy, the foundation stone of all future campfire guitar songs. It's a song I first learnt literally around a campfire as a young Cub Scout growing up in New Zealand. The magic with this song is in the lyrics. You don't even have to be familiar with the song, but you can quickly pick it up and sing along, even if it's for the very first time. It is, of course, Kumbaya. Now I don't want you to click away just yet because I'm going to show you two different ways to play this song, and if you're a beginner I'm going to show you how to spice it up a little bit just to keep it interesting. So this song's about as beginner friendly as it gets. It's using the 1, 4, 5 chords. I'll leave a few of the combinations on the screen there. I'm playing this in the key of G. And before we make a start, yes, I'm a left-handed guitar player and I'm playing on a right-hand strung guitar, so my chord patterns will appear upside down to you. Don't worry, I'm going to leave the patterns on the screen there. And it's the same challenges. I've got to get my fretting fingers in the right positions just like you do. And as always, to make it easy folks, I do a full song sheet for every one of these lessons. We all know the main verse and chorus to Kumbaya, but do you know the second, third and fourth? Well, download the song sheet, the link is below, and you can have it in your song repertoire. Okay, let's do it the traditional version, starting on the G. And in fact, I'm going to give you the cheats version. We're going to do a G, we're going to do a C add 9, and we're going to do the traditional open D. And the reason we do the C add 9 is I do a little bass line picking riff through the song, as you'll see right now. So you can see that's nice and gentle, slow tempo, quite easy to play, especially when you're using the G, transitioning to the C add 9, and then you're doing the D chord. Alright, let's quickly break down that strum for you. It's a very simple and gentle down, down, up, down, up. Sounds like this, blocking the strings. Down, down, up, down, up. Now let's put it with the chords. To add in that little bass line run I did in the demo, you're doing an open G chord, and on the fat E string you're going to play strings 1, 2 and 3. So you're going to pluck them sequentially just to start it off, and then you're going to strum the G chord, so it goes like this. Then you transition to that C add 9 and you're going to be picking the D string twice. Back to the G. I'll put that phrase together right now. Then we move to the second phrase where we're going to transition up to the D chord. And again, you start on the G chord, picking the E, A and D string in order. Strum the G. And then this little bass line run on the A string, 3, 2, 0. And at the time you hit the 0, you're moving and forming the D chord. And then back to the top, back to the G. And then a little quick transition between the C add 9, G, C add 9, D, right? There you have it. Hey folks, if this sort of music is your thing on guitar, then you'll definitely want to check out my new songbook. It features the best songs from all of my YouTube tutorials in the first year. All of them sound great around a campfire, so check out the link in the description below and you will have an instant song repertoire. As I promised at the top of this video, I'm going to show you another quick version, a bit more up tempo, and you need to know the bar chords. You need to play a G bar chord using the E shape. You need to play the C and the D. And the reason we're using bar chords is I'm going to do a reggae version right now. So how do you do a reggae strum? I actually did a more in-depth breakdown of that in that lesson there, so check that one out. But basically, bar chords, and you're doing a combination of what I call string muting, where you're lifting your fingers on and off the strings to either let them ring out cleanly or to mute them. And of course, palm muting down this end when you're strumming down and then you're blocking the strings with your strumming hand. And of course, reggae is predominantly down strums. So yes, if you think Kumbaya is a little bit of a lame song, well trust me, the next 9 songs in this countdown are epic, popular, contemporary songs that you'll all recognise. So make sure you subscribe to stay in touch, and I'll see you again next week with song number 9. And just a little teaser, this song is played in stadiums all around the world to warm up the crowd. I wonder what it could be.